Hello everybody and welcome back to Avante RC. It's been a long time since I've made a video, but in today's video I'm going to be doing a review of this lovely Tamiya Top Force. So this car I've had for probably about 10 months, so coming up to a year now that I've had this, and yeah, I'm going to do a review of this, drive it, and then I'm gonna basically set up a track and show you a new, I don't know, feature of the videos that are gonna come up in the future. So anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the Top Force. So this Top Force actually started life as a manta ray. It came from the factory initially as a manta ray, and this is an original Top Force, by the way. So original DF01. And it basically, the guy who bought this car new back in the day, he got this carbon pack for it. So it's not a carbon fibre, it's like, you know, that old-fashioned, what's it called, the something sandwich they used to call it on the Avante. Yeah, I've forgotten. It's like fiberglass or something. It kind of looks like carbon fibre, but it's not. I think it's FRP, I believe. I need to check. I'll drop it in the picture somewhere here. Yeah, it's some sort of carbon-esque slip material. Obviously super lightweight, super rigid, and for what its intended purpose is, it's supposed to be like a race kind of car, so I guess that makes sense. This bit is carbon, as you can see, so that's kind of like the difference between, you know, carbon and FRP. So, you know, it doesn't look as nice as carbon, and carbon is what they make the modern cars out of. But yeah, anyway, someone bought this FRP chassis, put it on DF01, and you essentially get a DF01 Top Force, sorry. But the only difference between this and the Top Force is the bearings. So you get ball bearings front and rear, obviously on the, ball diffs front and rear, and it did have that at one point. So at one point this car was a proper Top Force. It had the ball bearings, it had this chassis, which it still has, and it had the original Top Force shocks. These are the hop-up ones. But yeah, so at one point it was like a bone stock Top Force. But the problem with the ball diff, and this is good advice if anyone wants to upgrade their motors to something like this. I've got a Hobby Wing, I believe 11 turn, I think it is. Let me check. 13 turn, sorry. It's quite quick for a 13 turn, but yeah. Anyway, it's a 13 turn Hobby Wing brushless motor. And it's quite quick, and so what happens is if you use the ball diff, it shreds quite easily, and it's not really, the ball diff is very smooth. It's quite a nice driving car, but it's not really suited for a more powerful, you know, motor. Anyway, so yeah, we'll get this car out on the tarmac, and then we'll do some back and forth driving, just up and down, do some little handling bits, and then this is the thing that I'm excited for. This will be the first car to go around the Avante RC test track. So I'm going to make my own test track, and depending on what car it is, it will either be like on the grass, on the gravel, or on the tarmac. This being a race buggy, it obviously should be on the tarmac. So this one will be on the tarmac, and obviously we'll have certain times, so they'll be timed. So you do 3 laps and then you time it. Right, let's get this out on the road. God, I haven't driven this in a long time. So yeah, oh, there you go. So yeah, this is a four-wheel drive car, but it's got very little traction at the rear, as you can see, which makes it really fun, you know, because it gives you the instant power delivery of a four-wheel drive car, because it is four-wheel drive, but at the same time it doesn't have any understeer, so it's kind of the best of both worlds, really. I'm trying to be careful with the throttle because I don't want it to chuck up some stones and then hit the camera. As you can see, it's quite rocky. And but yeah, as you can see, handles really well. I mean, this is a top of the range car, you know, in terms of price point and speed and everything really. And it was kind of marketed as a top of the range car, and it is, you know. As you can hear, like I said about the bull diff versus the standard diff, you can hear it is louder than a normal top force, but you know, what choice do you have? The bull diff is just flawed, and yeah, like I said, you can't put a powerful motor in there, so you know, it's a sacrifice you have to make. But at the end of the day, you know, it drives well. It might be a little bit loud, but it's smooth, and it's fast, and it handles well as well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tidy up those cones. Anyway, that's enough of fun drifts and straight line speed. Let's get this car on the track. So basically, this is the Avante RC test track. So here you can see there's a line that kind of comes off the fountain here. So it's going to start off here, that's the start line. And then we're going to go like this, so just to give you some perspective, we're going to go like that. And then those cones are there to stop me going into there. So you kind of just go like here, try to kiss the apex or kiss the cones along here as you go through. And then this part will be like good straight line speed. So back there, you were cornering and going fast at the same time. So that's kind of like good velocity testing, like good high speed cornering. Then you go through here again, high speed, and then you go through a zigzag. So keep going, and then when you go here, you have to go between here and here. You go zigzag, and then you go through here and here, and then the last corner over here, quite a tight corner to the end, and then straight through to the finish. So effectively, let me run you through that again. You've got this here, start line, go down there to the end, straight line speed, come all the way back, zigzag, and across the line. That's what it's going to be for now. This is going to be the first car that we're testing.